Welcome to Able Differently. Today we are at Karigone Primary School, Kandara constituency in Murang'a County. We are focusing the life of Mr. Jenga, who is visually impaired. He is a teacher by profession and he teaches pupils without disability. And let's get into the story. Mwalimu, can you just tell us about yourself?
I am Simon Njenga. I teach at Karigone Primary School for the last 11 or so years, and I was born in Murang'a County, and I normally get to school at around 6:30 in the morning every day, and it is something that I'm used to, and that is why I have no difficulties with coming to work very early. I normally teach grade 4 to class 8, and I'm also handling grade 7 in CRE. And this grade 4 to class 8 I teach Kiswahili and CRE. So I'm comfortable in those two learning areas, and that is why I choose to teach them.
Why did you choose to pursue education?
I chose to pursue education because teaching is a call, and when you have that call, if you call to do something, you definitely have to do it. Just like some people choose to be journalists, others choose to be farmers. I chose to pursue education because it was like a call, and that is why I decided to pursue it.
In your day, like, how do you know your pupils in class?
In class, I normally know their sitting arrangement, and so by so doing, I am able to call them to know them by name. And also, I've taught them for some time, so I'm able to know them by name and also according to where they sit, their sitting positions in class. Victor, mfano mmoja wa kivumishi kiulizi Victor. Aya, purity. Gani. Mtu mwingine tu mkono bila kusema. Acha niseme David. Ipi. Benjamin. Vipi na kadhalika, si ndio? Hizo zote ni vivumishi viulizi, na hata gani pia ni kivumishi kiulizi, na vivumishi viulizi kama gani haviongezewi viambishi ngeli mwanzoni, havina viambishi ngeli. Kwa mfano huwezi ukasema ati kitabu kigani.
Do you have an assistant to help you to do your teaching?
I have an assistant or a guide called Esther. Today she's not in, she has gone out for some mission, but I have one. She is called Esther. She's a good assistant. We normally help each other.
According to your own perspective, how can you say the government is helping people living with disability?
The government is helping people with disability, one, by giving them some allowance, the guide allowance, and also by exempting them from paying tax for the first 150,000 shillings are not taxed by the government. So by so doing, the government makes people with disability, gives people with disability some privileges which help them financially and also economically.
And you personally, do you get any help from the government?
The help from the government I get is the disability guide allowance and also the tax exemption.
How can you tell parents raising kids living with disability?
But they should not, parents who have children with disability should give them a chance. They should not lock them in houses. They should take them to school, and they should not hide them. They should let them learn and let them interact with their peers in schools. And maybe sometime in future they will help them. They will maybe be productive members of the society.
To a very personal question. Are you born visually impaired?
I was born partially sighted. Partially means that you can one can see not very clearly, but then in due course it continued deteriorating until it now reached up to level of total blindness.
How is CBC taking?
Since it is a new thing in Kenya, I think it is all of us are learning. So I'm also part of those who are learning, but in due course, I believe, because we have also undergone CBC training, so these few challenges, I'm able to maneuver through them because it is not something very difficult to learn, because through training we are able to catch up with those other new things in the CBC.
What are some of the challenges you are going through day-to-day life?
Challenges, the usual ones, like for example here, lack of braille books for CBC, they are not there. And actually that is the main one, lack of braille instructional materials. Maybe in future the government should provide such materials so that the teaching becomes a bit easy and the working condition also becomes comfortable.
And how do you have told me you have an assistant? For instance, the time she's not in, who marks the assignments?
No, when she's not in, I keep the assignments until the following day. When she comes, she is able to mark all the previous day's assignments and also mark the class register, because I'm a class teacher in class 8, so she marks the register and also the assignments for all the other classes.
Can you tell me the time you started teaching at Karigoni Primary School?
I've been here for the last 11 years. That is, for the last 11 years I've been a teacher in this school, and it's a good place, if I say.
Was this the first teaching place?
This was the first posting. I've not been to any other school. This is the first school that I was posted by the Teacher Service Commission.
Can you tell people living with a disability, according to your perspective,
that people living with disability should not give up? They should work hard like any other person. They should not give up, because they too are capable of performing like any other person who has no disability.
Okay, thank you so much for your time, and we hope we will get you in class.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mimi naitwa Hana Wamaitha, mwalimu wetu anaitwa Mr. Simon Jenga. Tunampenda sana, yeye hutufunza Kiswahili na tunaelewa. Asante. Mimi naitwa Purity Njeri, mwalimu wetu ni Mr. Simon Jenga, na napenda tukifunza na tunaelewa.
Kwa majina yangu naitwa Peter Ambovu, mwalimu wetu anaitwa Mr. Samuel Jenga. Nampenda sana kwa sababu anatufunza hapo tunaelewa. Alafu hata unaweza mwambia siri zako. Karibu.
My name is Mrs. Macharia. I am the deputy head teacher Karigoni Primary School. What I would say about Mr. Jenga, number one, he's one of the most committed teachers in our school, despite his challenges. You can see he cannot be able to see, But number one, he comes here very early and is able to control the school through the school governors. He goes to class, is able to communicate with his pupils through the braille, and he's even able to teach everything. Incidentally, after KCP, his subject is always the best. In every year since he came here, he teaches 2 subjects, that is Kiswahili and CRA, and they are always the best. Something else very funny, when the junior secondary started, we were supposed to take some subject there. He's one of the teachers who frontiered and said he wanted to teach both classes CRA in junior secondary. So the way he conducts himself is very different from even the normal teachers. So I would tell you from the administration perspective, he's the best in our school.
I'm Teacher Jane Kuno from Kariguni Primary School, and I'm the teacher in charge of guidance and counseling. Now, to talk about Mr. Jenga, for sure I don't have words because he's a teacher and a half. I don't know, the best word to use is whatever now we are grading the CBC. You know, in CBC we don't have marks, but we are arranging the pupils according to how you are observing them and how they are performing. We are having levels, that is. For Mr. Jenga, I can say he's exceeding expectation. Because me as a teacher, or anybody else, you would expect Mr. Jenga, because of his disability, to be lesser, but he's not lesser. He's up to the task. He's coming to me, how far have you gone? How can I assist? And he's always ready to assist. He's always willing to assist. So he's a teacher, a born teacher. This one is not a made teacher, because if it were for making, hakuna mtu ambaye angeweza kumake, but he's born that way. So he's a teacher and his work is perfect. Now, the relationship with the pupils, it's okay. And me, when I came here, because I found Mr. Jenga here, I was surprised. You know, there are times you're supposed to correct some review for this and that. You find the pupils are so close to Mr. Jenga such that they cannot even cheat on him. They'll come with money. He tells them, here is a list, write your name. They just write the right amount. And you know, for us teachers, there are times they try to con you. Anasema, I've given you 100 and he or she has given you 50 shillings. So the relationship is good. If you find the pupils are trusting the teacher, they cannot even cheat him. So it means that they are trusting him. When Mr. Jenga happens to walk out, going to either class or to the toilet, you see the pupils competing who will reach there first in order to assist him. So the relationship is okay with the teachers and the people.
Hapo pana mbele hapo pana zoezi ambalo ni la maswali 8. Hili jaribu tuseme maagizo ambayo umetoa pale.
Tambua kwa kupitia mstari kivumishi kiulizi.
Haya, hapo unaomba kupigia mstari. Lakini kwanza, baada ya kabla hujapigia mstari, tutajibu tu kwa kusema bila kuandika. Hili jaribu sema swali la kwanza hapo, sentensi ya kwanza.
Mradi upi utaleta maendeleo?
Hebu someni kila mtu.
Mradi upi utaleta maendeleo?
Hapa kama leo ungepigia mstari kuishi kuishi kwa mfano na hiyo. Kuna vile ambavyo huwezi kuongeza vya mishingeni vya awali. Kama huwezi kusema kama hiyo gani ambayo nimesema hapo. Sawa sawa? Naam. Sasa maagizo ni upigie mstari. Kwa hivyo angalia zoezi hilo ukiendelea kurekebisha pale ambapo utamini ulikosea masaa yale ambayo unafanya kuangalia upigie mstari kivumishi kiulizi katika hayo maswali 7 na hapo na zoezi la pili ambalo tunasaidia.
Indeed, Disability is not inability. My name is Millicent Wamboi.